I'm Wendy Moran, an assurance partner at McGowan Hurst Clark & Smith. There is new guidance effective for non-public companies with annual reporting periods beginning after December 15, 2019. This guidance will require significant changes for all entities that are lessees or lessors. Some key points of the new lease guidance include the following. Lease assets and lease liabilities will be recognized for all leases over 12 months. Under current guidance, only capital leases are recognized on the balance sheet. Income statement expense recognition will remain substantially similar to the current guidance. The new guidance distinguishes between finance leases, previously known as capital leases, and operating leases. One new criteria relates to leases of specialized assets. A lessee should classify a lease as a finance lease when the underlying asset is of such a specialized nature that it is expected to have no alternative use to the lessor at the end of the lease term. For operating leases, a lessee is required to recognize 1. A right-of-use asset and lease liability, initially measured at the present value of the lease payments in the statement of financial position, and 2. Recognize a single lease cost. The cost of the lease is allocated over the lease term. Careful consideration of all contracts and determination of which ones contain a lease will be necessary. For example, not just those contracts that say lease at the top will need to be assessed. The new guidance requires criteria to consider in evaluating which contracts are actually leases. Segregation of non-lease components will be necessary, such as service components, as only the lease components are recognized as assets and liabilities. Related party leases are also impacted by the new guidance. These are accounted for based on their legally enforceable terms. Be mindful that this new guidance may impact debt covenants, since liabilities will be increased under most definitions of liabilities and debt agreements. Companies may want to discuss the new guidance with their lenders to understand how the lenders will evaluate or update their covenants for this new guidance. This is just a very high-level overview of some of the more important changes coming with the new lease guidance. Please contact your accounting professional or us here at McGowan Hurst Clark & Smith for additional details.